Hello out there. First, I'd like to make a correction on the name of one of my new subscribers. It's Jacob Tolley, not John. Sorry about that. And today, I'm just going to do a very quick review of 4 Aces Turkish and ramble on a little bit of history and some memories. And I'm going to be smoking out of my first ever Molina. Still not sure what the model name is on it. Tuesquinto, I think, is the model name. And still, I'd come up with a lot of them nickname it the Blue Jean Pipe. Love it. And a lot of people out there probably think I'm every pipe smoker in American history smoked what we call the old codger blends. And that was it. No. I'll get back to that in a minute. Now, for this video, I was going to pick up a pouch of either Prince Albert, which is getting hard to find, and I don't feel like buying a whole tub of it. I will sometime. Or Bugler, which they didn't have it at the particular smoke shop. They were out, but I've had 4 Aces before. Now in 4 Aces, it's just Burley, Virginia, and Oriental. That's it. I'll load a little bit more. And it's not harsh. It's pretty nice tasting blend here. So you're getting more than your money's worth, at least to me. And it kind of tastes like it invites itself to be blended with other tobaccos. Custom make your own blend out of it. And this was like a buy one get one free pouch. Yeah, even though some people call them tobacco shops, I think what I heard from one person might term I like better, smoke shop. Yeah, when they first made these shops, I don't know, I guess it was probably maybe back in the 80s. I never seen one until the 90s. So that's my guess. And yes, I do go in every so often. I pick up my pipe cleaners from them. It's harder finding pipe cleaners anywhere else. And I might pick up something like some other cheap blend. Maybe try it out on rare occasions. Lighter fluid for my Zippo flints. And mainly, you wouldn't be really off if you'd be kind of on the money if you call these places cigarette outlets, because that's their main business. But they do have some pipe tobacco. Oh, not your most exquisite blend of tobacco. Snuff, yes. Chewing tobacco. Vaping supplies. Glass pipes. Stuffed pills spice up your sex life, I guess. And God only knows what else. And you know these places, they look like a spot where no self-respecting pipe smoker would be caught dead in. And the other thing about this blend, it will burn fast. Because I think it's all, it makes a good pipe tobacco, but I think mainly was made to be what they call now roll your own. And this is not new. This is, say, a very time-honored thing. Not all fellas out there smoked Prince Albert, Half and Half, Velvet, Carter Hall. Yeah, you know it, name them. Some of them will smoke tobacco that was maybe meant for cigarettes, or really didn't matter. I don't think they really gave it any thought back then. Tobacco was tobacco. Bugle would have been one of them. There's one that's I don't think is around anymore. I've only heard stories about it. And it's supposed to have been a tobacco that could grow hair on your chest. Bull Durham. I heard that was some strong stuff. And that was used both as a pipe tobacco and for your cigarettes. Now, I've seen one old advertisement. Some fellow looks like Buffalo Bill Cody in a shop, pulls out his Bowie knife or Arkansas toothpick, and lets the proprietor know it's a pound of Bull Durham or it's nothing at all. Something like that. Now, the only time I really come in contact, you could say, with Bull Durham was other people's stories. I know one fellow, his aunt, she rolled her own. And she must have been one hell of a woman. My wife, she smoked cigars here and there when she was a kid. And she got caught. And I think it was her uncle who made her smoke a pipe full of Bull Durham. She said that was some nasty stuff. And the cigars she used to smoke was right there in her hometown of Evansville, Indiana, called Fendrix. And from what she told me, they also made cigarettes for the troops. A brand called Home Run, which I heard it was pretty stout. And there's one form of tobacco that was really popular for smoking in pipes, as we know, and chewed. And that's rope. Which I have ran into a long time ago. Not so much where I'm from. More, I seen a lot of it when I came here to live in Arkansas. You got it there at the checkout. It was like in a plastic bag. It looks like they were about like, um, maybe a foot. It was meant for pipe smokers and people who chew tobacco. And usually, I think people who bought it would use it for chewing tobacco. And plugs. And I know some of you out there would remember some of these plugs. They might be still around today. Cannonball. Red Bone. I think there were a couple of others I can't remember the names of. And I think, well, a lot of people who were alive or are very young assume that all your pipe smoking needs came from the drugstore, which is not quite accurate on that one. Those of you who are old enough, well, really, you still look now, well, that still exists today. You could find, besides cigarettes, snuff, chewing tobacco, you can find cheaper cigars like Swisher Sweets, White Owl, Dutch Masters, and pipe tobacco. They'd have it all down there. Prince Albert, Carter Hall, up to Captain Black, Borkham Riff. You might as well count them as codgers. And on rare occasions, like in I think I've seen them once or twice in a grocery store, and at the corncob pipes. Now on occasions, you can find pipes back then in some department stores, not a lot of them. So I remember I was in one back where I was raised, and they'd have it in a carousel display, which is still used, of course, for like displaying knives or in a jewelry department. So I was always mesmerized by them. All the Dr. Grabone, K. Woodies, maybe a few Yellow Bowls, and some Missouri Mershams. Ah. Yeah, if you want this stuff to last a while, pack it good. It's like oh, I'm trying to think of something. Knives. Some people would make the assumption you can only find knives like in a sporting goods store, or department store, or a hardware store. And some of y'all would remember you'd find them sometimes in a bait and tackle shop, especially those old Barlow knives that you can buy cheap. And man, they were good knives. They were worth every little penny. I missed them little knives. And there was one snuff that one other snuff I almost forgot that you can find in a lot of grocery stores and sometimes department stores. And that was the powdered snuff. Sinus. I know that, like in Great Britain, I think Ireland too, that was something that was real popular. It never really caught on here in the U.S. I think those ladies who usually bought it, they didn't use it the way you should be using that snuff. Usually it was put like snuff you regularly buy here in the U.S. Get you a little bit and put it between the cheek and gums. Yeah, it usually came in like in a, I'm trying to remember, maybe about like that size glass jar. Got a nice little supply there for a while. I remember there's not one route that pipe smokers, well, not a route, not any one particular kind of tobacco that some of us smoke. And it's a matter of preference usually, because there were a lot of pipe smokers, I say even back then, who didn't care for the taste of anise or an anisette in any kind in their tobacco. Now, I have smoked bugler, but I haven't had it at rolled cigarettes a long time ago when I was on a chicken crew. That job wasn't worth a damn. I'll turn to crime first before I ever do that again. And co-worker rolled me a couple of cigarettes with bugler. It was pretty good. Now, I had one uncle who smoked Prince Albert. No, he was not a pipe smoker. That was my Uncle Dobie. He rolled his own cigarettes, and he can do it as good as any cowpoke. You take him a tin. This is back when they still made actual metal tins, which is Prince Albert was one of my favorite tins. It's a tin that you can easily stick in your back pocket. Maybe have your pipe in another pocket, or if you rolled your own with Prince Albert, you just stuck your papers down there in the tin with it. Yeah, I liked it like that too. He rolled me a couple of cigarettes, let me try them out. Yeah, maybe one of these videos I'll get down and, I guess, talk about some more of the history of pipe smoking. Maybe. Yeah, it's fun to talk about. To me, it's even more fun to read about, learn. Yeah. Nah. Guess this is going to be one of my longest videos. I've never had one run this long. All right, that's all I got for now. I'll be back next week, weather permitting, with another video. Thank you for dropping in.